Hello, I've got a meals of the week for you, starting off with a Weatherspoons. Now, it has been years since I've been to Weatherspoons for dinner, probably when I was maybe a student, I don't know. It's been a while. So we popped past one and thought it was late after work, and we thought, well, you know what, we'll pop in and we'll get some food. Really cheap, actually. It is such a good price in there. And the food, to be honest, was not bad. So I had a burger with some bacon, some chips, and some onion rings. And then we shared, because I've heard really good reviews about the halloumi fries, and I just wanted to try them because I've never tried them before. So we actually shared some halloumi fries. There was a lot of food here. We didn't eat it all. But yeah, the barbecue sauce was really tasty. The burger was fairly cheap, but again, this was like £9 for a full meal and a drink, which is such a good value. So that was dinner number one. And then the next day, my hubby was working late, and so I had a freezer meal. So this is a salmon, broccoli and pea risotto, and I'm just showing you there. I'm actually watching Gilmore Girls. I watch this every year in autumn, the entire way through. So I'm just finishing up the season 7, and it's quite late in the evening. I've lit a candle, I'm just chilling, I'm on the sofa, and I'm having a TV dinner, and it has got broccoli in it, it's got some salmon in it and some garden peas, and it is seasoned risotto. It is really nice, from Iceland. I think it's about £4 a bag, but you can get it on the 3 for 10. But it's very tasty. It's one of my go-to convenience, like really quick freezer meals. I don't have a lot of freezer meals in the house, but this one is definitely one of my favorites. And my husband doesn't really like it. It's just really for me. There's a massive bag, so you don't have to cook the whole thing, and that's the beauty of it. You can just cook what you need, put the rest in the freezer. But very filling, and I mean, I love broccoli anyway. So, and you get massive chunks of broccoli. You don't get too much salmon, but you do get a lot of broccoli. So going into the next day, I actually decided to make these roasted vegetables and sausages. When I do sausage and mash with gravy and Yorkshire pudding, I use broccoli and carrots, sometimes parsnips. I never really use Mediterranean style vegetables, but I had these from Aldi for a couple of, actually near enough a week in the fridge, and they were actually out of date by one day. I mean, it's just vegetables. They were absolutely fine. So I needed to use them up. So I've popped them in the tray, and I'm just using these sausages. They are the cheddar and smoked bacon sausages, and I'm actually just going to cook them together. Now, big mistake, because I did this doing a voiceover and I needed to put the sausages in the air fryer for a little bit longer. They did not cook within 35 minutes in this tray with the veggies. So the veggies roasted up beautifully. I did some olive oil. I did a tiniest bit of Himalayan pink salt. I didn't want to put too much salt on the veggies because I'll salt the mashed potato, but I did put some black pepper on there as well. And the veggies turned out very nice. A little bit strange with gravy because that's what I paired them with, but nice nonetheless. And then I'm just adding the sausages into the pan here. And then this is what dinner ended up looking like. So we've got 3 Yorkshire pudding and 3 sausages. The Yorkshire pudding were a little under. I think I could have done them a little bit longer. I've also got some cranberry sauce because when I have a gravy dinner, especially with Yorkshire pudding, oh my gosh, I have to have cranberry sauce or mint sauce or apple sauce, and I only had cranberry sauce in. So cranberry sauce on the side, 3 Yorkshire puddings, a bit of a strange combination with the Mediterranean vegetables, but I didn't put any gravy on them. I left them as they are, and they were really tasty. And then I have a really thick gravy, which is, I think, maybe a northern thing. So apologies if that thick gravy grosses you out, but I absolutely love a thick gravy, a Bisto gravy. So I've got mashed potato and sausages. I put the gravy on top, and it was delicious. It was really hot and warm, just so comforting, especially as the nights are getting darker and colder. So that was on Sunday. I'm taking you to yesterday, so Monday. I actually just made some pancakes because, again, my hubby was working late. So I decided I was just going to have a really quick, easy put together dinner for myself. And this is what I fancied. I've done this before, but it's not a regular thing. It's more of a treat dinner when I just can't be bothered. And I'd had couscous and some salad, and I chopped up some chicken for lunch. So I'd had a bit of a filling lunch. I was going to put some apple. I'm just showing you there the apple I was going to chop in and have this like picky tea platter thing with some apple. But I decided instead to go for raspberries and chopped up banana. And then I've got some blueberry pancakes from Marks and Spencer's with some caramel sauce on top. And then for my dipping, I've got a hazelnut creme from Marks and Spencer's, which is so divine, that little hazelnut creme dip. And I've also got some cookies and cream chocolate dip as well. So a pancake stack for dinner. I want to say breakfast because it's a breakfast meal, but I had this for dinner and it was so tasty. And then going straight into dinner today, I actually cooked this at lunchtime and I've kind of prepped it, cooked it in the oven, and it's ready for tonight's tea. But I wanted to share the footage with you, so I'm cooking off this mince here. This is just a beefsteak mince. I'm actually going to make tater tot casserole, which I've seen loads of American YouTubers cook this on the regular, and it always looks really delicious. So you use beefsteak mince, and I'm just frying that off in the pan. And then I added some garlic puree, some Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, onion powder, and quite a bit of paprika. And I think the recipe did not require the paprika, but if I do this again, I am definitely going to add the paprika again. It just gave it a kick, like a real smoky kick, and it was highly more than recommended. If you do this, add the paprika because it takes it for me to another level. I also added the condensed soup as well into the minced beef, which I've never done before, and mixed it all together. And it did create a bit of a slop, like it looked a bit messy. But I mean, food's to be enjoyed, isn't it? It's not necessarily what it looks like. So into the dish, I decided to use this one in the end. I had 3 to work with because the mixture's not massive amounts. Like the steak mince was, I think, 500 grams, so it wasn't a massive pack. I didn't have loads of mixture, so I was going to use this one here, the rectangle, but I decided it was too long in width. And then the round dish was definitely too wide, and I didn't have enough to kind of fill the round dish as a base. So the pie dish. So I decided to use this trusty casserole dish, which I've had from Poundland for about 5 years now. It's never let me down. And it comes with a lid as well, which is great to keep things warm. So I popped the mixture inside that pan, and then I wanted to put the tater tots on top and then put some cheese on. So it's really hard to get tater tots in the UK. They do not sell them in most supermarkets, but I found an alternative, the hula hoop potato rings. So in the UK, you can get these hula hoops as crisps, as savoury snacks, and they are delicious. They are absolutely divine. They now sell the potato ring versions, the frozen versions, in the freezer, which is great. So I picked these up from Iceland, and I'm just, because they're in that circle shape, like a ring shape, I think they'll look quite cool on top of the mixture. So I'm going to pop them on top, sprinkle a little bit of cheese, and then bake them. And these are salted, so they're the original salted flavour. So they've got quite a nice taste to them already. And obviously with the mixture, I think it will combine really nicely. So I've done these before in the air fryer. I cooked them just like alone, and they crisped up really nicely, and they were very tasty. I've never had them before. I only bought them new last week, but I tried them in the air fryer and they were really good. They did taste very much like hula hoops. It was a bit of a bizarre experience because hula hoops to me are crisps. But yeah, they did really well. So hopefully they work just as nice in the oven. So a little bit of cheese on top in the oven for 20 minutes. I did mine at 180 for 20 minutes. And then this is what the finished product looks like. I actually think it's come out so good. It looks so inviting, very crispy on top. The potato hula hoops have crisped up really nicely, and they've browned as well, a really nice golden colour. So I'm going to dig in and get a portion out for you and just share with you what it looks like inside. Now, I have tasted this. I've tried it before dinner, and it was so good. Like, there's a bit of a weird taste to it. I think it's that condensed soup. There's a little bit of a taste to it, but the paprika in that minced beef is definitely a game changer for me. You can definitely taste the salty potato little rings that they've got, like the little potato rings. And yeah, highly recommend it. So if you are near Iceland, definitely get those hula hoops to try on top. And yeah, that's the end of Meals of the Week. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing all the food that I've ate over the last few days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!